Welcome back, everyone. Today is day 5 of the El Camino build. Early morning, beautiful foggy morning. Thought it was gonna rain, probably still is, but it's nice out right now. But regardless, got the motor in last night, so I'm starting to bolt some things on. Got the alternator on. Of course, got to get the belts. Right now, my struggle is one, this water pump, this brand new water pump. I think these threads are metric, or they're either metric or a fine thread. I can't. They look like a fine thread because a normal, it's just 5/16. A normal 5/16 bolt does not want to go in because it just starts screwing up. So if it's a fine thread, I have to dig around for a fine thread. Did I just get it? Nope. See, right there, gets caught up. And I don't want to start hitting that with a wrench because then I'll just screw up the threads and then I am SOL. But I'll figure that out. Easy obstacle to overcome. And then second thing that I'm struggling to figure out is I didn't take any pictures before I took the motor out like an idiot. And I also think I misplaced a bracket because it goes here-ish. I know this goes here. That goes right there. That's tightened up. This goes in this area. I'm not sure where this bracket goes, but I stuck it there. And it's not lining up. I mean, you can see. No, that's not going to line up. So obviously that's not right. From the picture I do have from a million years ago, this bracket does not go here, and it looks like a different bracket. But I can't find that other bracket. And I'm trying to remember if there was another bracket. So yeah, keep working at that. But I'll get this all put together, get the pulley on, get the fan on, and then I can put the rad back in, hook up the transmission oil lines, start hooking up all the coolant lines. I got to get the headers back in. I still have to tighten up motor mounts, bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, but I don't feel like laying on the ground yet, so that's why I'm over top of it right now. So yeah, that's where we're at so far, and I'll keep you posted. So I was able to find two. They are fine threads. They're, not perfect, but they will work for now until I go to the parts store and get the correct bolts. Then it'll be nice and pretty. So you can see I got the belts on. I just need to tighten that up. And then I'm still unsure about my situation here, which I got to look in and I'm really confuzzled. But I'm gonna take a break on that. And I'm going to start crawling under it and getting everything else in, get the headers back up, get the motor mounts in, get the transmission, the bell housing bolts in. I got 2 of them started, so that leaves me 2 of them to tighten up and then 3 more to put in. And yeah, so we're here checking along. So I'm going to rant for a minute. Trying to get these hooker headers on, and I hate long tube headers. Remember me saying in my first video I was trying to keep the headers on because they're a pain. Well, I was managed to keep the driver's side on. When I pulled the motor, I had to take the passenger side out. But then upon putting this motor in, take the driver's side out, so I had to completely reinstall both headers. Which isn't done yet. Because they're a pain. They're so big, they don't fit anywhere. I had to put an adapter on this engine for the oil filter. Now I'm binding up on that, but I'm just there, right there. I'm that close to getting it in. But it won't go! I hate long tube headers. They sound great. The performance is great. They won't go in. They won't bolt in. Why won't they bolt in? I'm happy. Okay. Oh, there's my rant. Just had to get that out. You know, you try to put the bolts in because you finally got it lined up. You realize this motor has been sitting so long, there's dirt in the bolt holes you never noticed. So then you have to take the header back out to clean the dirt out of the holes of the head after you finally get it in there. Anyway, now my blood pressure is all nice and above me. Can't stop shaking the phone. Everyone, take a deep breath in and out. And in and out. Well, I'm gonna keep fighting with these headers, and hopefully I come back with good news. So I finally got the headers on, right? Both sides bolted in. Pain, but got them in where they need to go. Going great, you know. Starting to get the EFI stuff ready, making sure I got all that sorted out. Putting my fittings in the water pump. Put studs in the water pump instead of the bolts, so that solved that issue. Torque converters bolted in tight, bell housing bolted in tight, you know, chugging along. Then when I get to that EFI, here's the temp sensor. Let me put that in the head. Old temp sensor in the head has to come out. I gotta take the header back off to get it out because the wrench won't turn it. And I can't fit a socket around it. So before I strip it, I'm gonna do it right, take the header off, get on it with a socket, and cross my fingers. Okay, so it's been a long past few hours. I had to go run around and grab some parts and stuff. But this is what we got going on right now. Look at that. Let me zoom out here. So headers are installed. This was a temp sensor I was gonna try to take out. It was real stiff, so I figured I'm just gonna let it in and put the temperature sensor already up here. As you can see, there's a kink in that because the gooseneck that was on it was going straight into the temperature sensor, so I had to get a straight one. And I'm going to dig around so we can find more hose, but it's not clamped, or it's not kink shut, so it'll work for now. But my father's on his way back home now, and he's going to stop at the parts store because the dress-up kit I bought, the Summit dress-up kit, didn't come with the hardware for the valve covers. Didn't come with the studs, didn't come with the little plates that seated all right. Came with the gaskets and everything, but I was just about to put those on and realized I didn't have the stuff to put it on. But so yeah, the motor is just pretty much ready to be buttoned up. I mean, it's right there. I mean, I gotta get it on top dead center, drop the distributor in, and that's the biggest step I gotta do to the motor yet, and everything else is just putting on the throttle body. And then yeah, so right now, next up, I gotta crawl under it and start figuring out how I'm gonna mount the fuel system. The Holley, it's pretty. The Holley filter to Holley fuel pump to Holley filter regulator. Here she is. Look at that. What is that? Holley. I love Holley stuff. And by their stuff, I mean their carburetors. I never really went past that, but I'm trying something new here. And I'm very excited. So this right here, this thing I'm holding in my hand will handle 1,200 horsepower. Of course, I'm not putting 1,200 horsepower in it, but I'd like to be somewhere up in that area someday with this car, so I figured do it once, do it right, do it nice. And then with the throttle body, it'll handle 650 horsepower, I believe. But I think they make bigger ones, so once I'll be already hooked up for it, and if I need a bigger one, then I can just buy the bigger one, and all the big work's done. It's just pretty much unplug and unbolt, and then plug and bolt, and good to go. So yeah, I'm gonna crawl under it and start putting this fuel system in, and might have this thing running tonight. So yeah, give you an update in a little bit. So it's been a couple days. It's been a couple days since I last recorded, but I've been working on the El Camino, and I got busy the last night that I was working on it and recording. Got busy with some other stuff. So yeah, there's that. But so last time you saw it, motor was in, and I need to do the fuel system. I'll get a better view next time I film, but my point is fuel system is hooked up. So yeah, and then the engine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just say for now, she runs. And I'll finish this video up with that, because if I start going into detail on everything and the things I had to battle to get her there, it'd be like an hour-long video. So yeah, she runs. There's still some things we gotta do. Some more problems are appearing, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And she moves under her own power right now, for the most part, and she runs. So yeah, it's gonna close up this video. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.